live from my living room. Ashley came over to my house and I've got my daughter here and we're going to be doing some mat work so that you can follow along at home. If you don't have any of the props that we might be using, just find something around your house and just first and foremost make sure you don't get injured at your home. We'll just start out with a warm up. So you're going to sit high in your sits bones with your hands right below your kneecaps, feet hips width apart, nice straight back. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, nod your chin and start to slide your hands down your shins to roll over like you're laying on a beach ball. Inhale and exhale 3 times while you're there. So you're really going to be breathing into that back space, the posterior lobes of your lung. And on your third exhale, you're going to roll all the way up from tail to head. So breathing into my hands back here is what you're going for. And then sit up from tail to head. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, nod your chin, rolling all the way down. Inhale, exhale, 3 times. On your last exhale, rolling all the way up. And then we'll do one more set. Try to focus and just get yourself going after these crazy, crazy weeks. I guess it's only been 1 week, but it feels like weeks. And then curl it down, lay it down, and scoot wherever you need to so that you're flat on your mat. Good. And then you're just putting your hands like a triangle on your pelvis to make sure you're in neutral pelvis. Good. So just rock it from an anterior pelvic tilt to a posterior pelvic tilt. So you're going heavy on the tailbone and then releasing the pressure off the tailbone a little bit. Good. And then just keep your hips, your knees hips width apart. Rocking, just kind of wake it up a little bit. Then I want you to put your thumbs on your lower ribs and your middle fingers on your ASIS, on your hip bones, and then just inhale, prepare, and exhale, bring both fingers closer to each other as you exhale. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, release it back heavy onto the tailbone. This should be small movements. Go ahead and do it a few more times. Small movements so that you still have a nice curvature underneath your low back. If we could see their low back, it's not smashed down into the mat, but there's a little bit of space in there. We're just basically shortening the front of the abdominal wall, and they're doing a good job of making sure that their hamstrings and their glutes aren't doing this work. It's really all coming from the abdominals. Also making sure that the ribs go to the hips and the hips go to the ribs. It's not just the hips doing all the work, which is what ballet dancers like to do. So get it to a neutral pelvis again, and you're going to inhale and open your right leg to the side and straighten it out long underneath you. Then turn your leg in and bring it all the way back up. So it's an inhale to open and straighten, and then exhale, blow out all your air and get your TA working, and then pull it back in. Good. And again. One more time this direction. Inhale, open and down. And try not to let your hips rock back and forth. And then circle the other way. So turn the leg in, same leg, and down. And then turn it out and really blow out all your air. Get your TA going so your left hip doesn't follow your right leg. Keep going, 4 times. So we're going to really try to make sure there's like a paperweight on this hip so it doesn't let it roll as you open it to bring it back up. Ooh, that was good. And 4 times. Good. And then we do the other side. So inhale, turn out the left leg and slide it down. Good. And bring it back up. Exhale. And inhale, open and slide it down. And exhale, blow out all your air and come back up. Good. Again. And just keep your foot gently pointed. You don't have to kill it. And is this the last one? Okay, this is the last one. And then we do the reverse. Inhale, turn it in and slide it. Turn it out and keep yourself in a nice shape in the foot too. So when you're pulling it back up, your peroneals are on a little bit so that you don't go into a sickled shape, but you're also not killing it either. We want more of the the big muscles to work right now. Good. Keep that paperweight heavy on your right hip. Excuse me. All right. Roll onto your side facing me, and both hands are in front of you with your palms together. And your head is just hanging, or you can lift it up if you want. And your knees are tucked. Good. And inhale, she's going to take the arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale, rotate from the spine, trying to look behind you, so it's thoracic mobility. Inhale into your armpit and your sternum. And exhale, blow out all your air and bring your palms together all in one breath. Good. Inhale, arm up. And open. Good. Inhale into the armpit. And exhale, blow out all your air. Good. One more time. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, open from the spine. Make sure you're not opening just from the arm, especially if you have got a lot of mobility there. Exhale, bring it all over and switch to the other side. And when you're ready, inhale up and exhale, open. Inhale into the armpit and exhale, blow out all your air. Get your ribs in under your sternum and bring it in. Good. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, open.
No.
And
I'll be back.
inhale and exhale all the way over. Good. So we'll do the inhale and bring it up to the ceiling, and then from here it's like it suction cups onto your spine, so your spine has to do the work rather than see how our arm can go by itself, or really open up the spine from here. So open up your chest, open your shoulders. There. There you go. She's my daughter, so I can push her in her armpit. All right, 4-point kneeling. Head either direction. Sorry about that, son. So you're getting to a neutral pelvis. Hips are right under, knees are right under the hips, hands right under the shoulders. Inhale, prepare, and you're going to exhale, imprint, and tuck the pelvis down and go into cat. Dropping the head at the last minute. Inhale, breathe into the back space. And exhale, start to lead from the tail and out to the spine to go into extension. Good. And inhale, prepare. Exhale, drop the pelvis, go through imprint, and roll it all the way up into the spine until you're looking down between your legs or between your hands. Inhale, stay. Exhale, back down. Good. Now this time we're going to go from head to tail. So inhale, stay. Your head's going to drop first, and then go up through the mid-back, low back, and then the tail. Good. And inhale, stay. And start to lead with your gaze going out, like water drops are hitting your mid-back, low back, and then finally the tail. Inhale, stay. And exhale, drop the nose. Good. Inhale, breathe into the back of the lungs. And coming back into extension. And this time, we're going to go up from the middle, radiating out. So exhale, and take it all the way out in both directions, arriving at the same place at the same time. Inhale, stay. And the same thing, like a water drop hits you right in the center of the back, and you equally go out in both directions until you're looking forward and your tail is out. One more time, just like that, from the middle out. Good. Then just lengthen it back out to neutral. And you're in a neutral place in your scapula. Elbows are nice and relaxed. And you're just going to let the scapula slide towards each other to retract. And exhale, blow out your air and go back to neutral. And retract. Inhale. And back to neutral. Good. Just take just out a little bit. There you go. And then you're just going to slide these in. There you go. Perfect. And then back to neutral. Good. And now we're going to go pressing the floor away. Exhale, protract. And then inhale, slide back to neutral. And protract. Good. And all the while you're watching that the ribs are staying connected on the bottom side of the body. Good. Just getting those scaps warm. Good. All right, roll over on your mat and get where you don't have sun in your face. Neutral pelvis, feet are bent. Have to move my household props here. Good. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, take the arms overhead. And exhale, blow out all your air and circle the arms around the outside. So they'll go all the way up by your ears and all the way around. Good. Inhale up and past the ears. And exhale, blow out your air to circle around. Inhale all the way through to overhead and circle. Good. And reverse. Inhale, raise the arms. So reverse the circle now. Come back down to your hips and circle around the outside. There you go. Exhale down and inhale around. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then just lower your arms down by your sides. You're going to just take a cranial vertebral flexion. So your eyes are right above you, and you're just going to lengthen the back of your neck so the gaze goes down about 6 feet towards your knees and then comes back up. And inhale, slide the gaze down the ceiling, and exhale, come back. And inhale, slide the gaze down to the ceiling, and come back up. And we're ready to go right into everything. So inhale, slide the gaze down, and then lift the head and the chest up off of the mat. Good. Then let the ribs slide off of the hips just a little bit. Go back down towards the floor, and then you're going to pulse up 6 times. Exhale 1, inhale back. Exhale 2, inhale back. Exhale 3, inhale back. Exhale 4, and 5, and 6. Stay. Inhale, and exhale, roll it back down. Good. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, roll it up. Arms are floating off the floor. Good. Inhale, slide it off a little bit, and exhale, pulse 5 times as small. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, stay, and bring it down. Good. Inhale, head nod, and exhale, bring it up, looking down between your legs, and slide it off, and pulse it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stay, and get a little higher, and then come back down. She's like, that's as high as I got. 2 or 3 now. Slide it up, and 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stay, and back down. You're doing great, JoJo.
You're making me feel good, JoJo.
Head nod, and exhale up. Inhale, slide it off, and 2, and 1. Inhale, stay, and bring it back down. Good. Last one. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, come up. 1 pulse and hold it up. Inhale, stay. Good. And exhale, slide it all the way down and roll over on your tummy. Hands are by your shoulders. Thanks for keeping it real, Joj.
Yeah, serious.
Legs are about hips width apart. Your legs are turned on, but you're not gripping anything. You can point your toes and hands just by your shoulders with your forearms down on the floor. There you go. Good. So imagine there's a marble in front of your nose, and you're just going to roll it out a couple of inches and then start to lift the shoulders and the chest up off the floor, but only as far as the low ribs are still connected to the mat. So you're really thinking of length at the top of the head. Inhale, stay, and exhale, lengthen it back down. Your reverse head nod is the last thing to come back out. Good. Inhale, roll that marble, and exhale, blow out your air. Make sure your tummy is pulling away from the floor rather than pushing down into the floor. And bring it back down. Good. 2 more. If you really want to take a challenge here, you can stay here and raise your arms over your head, off of the floor, or on the floor, whatever you feel like you can. Then bring it back down to the floor, and then go back down. Good. And last one, I think. I can't remember. I can't count. Yep. Joe says yep. And then again, you can raise those arms if you like to just challenge that strength there. Just be careful you don't start gripping your glutes. And bring it back down. Push back into a shell stretch. So you're sitting on your heels, scooping out your belly, breathing into your back space. Rolling over on your back, and you can switch sides if you want to get that out of your face. That's
Oh, sure.
Okay. Cool. There we go. So I'm going to put this between JoJo's knees, and we'll do this on the outside of Ashley's legs so that she can connect into her abductors. So either way, you're going to either connect into your adductors or abductors. We're going into hundreds. So you can keep your feet on the floor, or I'll take you through a progression. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, blow out your air and imprint the spine, and then lift both legs up to tabletop. Good. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, bring your chest up off the floor. Arms are hovering. Legs stay there for now. Start pumping the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 5. And on your next exhales, push into the ball or the ring. In, X, 30 in, X, 40 in, X. Now you can take the leg straight if you like. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, X, 70 in. You're doing it, you're good. 80 in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last set, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stay, go a little higher with your chest as you bend your knees to tabletop and hover, and then everything goes back to the mat with control. Or with a plop. That's how I feel. Good.
Yes, feeling it.
Sit all the way up, and you can actually leave the ring and the ball there. That would be really helpful. So your hands are going to be in front of you like you're sleepwalking. You're high on your sits bones, nice vertical pelvis. Good. You're doing great. Exhale, push into your ball or your ring and start to curl it back until your lower part of your scapula are almost on the mat, and then you're going to bring it all the way back up. And if you can't go back that far without your feet coming off, that's fine. So you're going to inhale, roll back. And exhale, bring it back up. Again, only going back as far as you can keep your feet on the mat. If you have flexy feet like these ladies, it's not that hard to keep your toes on the ground. Again, roll it back. We're doing this 5 times, half roll back, and really just go only as far down as you feel like you can actually get yourself back up. So when you roll down, make sure you're going through a rounded back to go down, and squeeze into that ball or push out into your ring, and then slide those ribs closer to the hips to increase the flexion of your spine as you come back up. If you've done 5 times, then we'll go into something else. Good. That was 5? Okay. Judge, grab your ball, and actually, Ashley, you might want to grab. Actually, yeah, we can use this too. So. Do you want the bigger one? I think it's okay. You can put it between your ankles, and if you want, we're gonna do roll up. So if you like that, you can, but I don't particularly like it.
More work.
Like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. But if you do have a circle or even a towel, you can hold it over your head and you can pull out to stabilize your scapula. You are a good fan of light. Thanks, Ashley. Or you can grab your towel if you want. That's fine. All right, so roll all the way down. Your ankles are flexed, and I'm just putting the ball there just so that they can connect to their adductors, because that's going to help them connect to the pelvic floor and the lumbar, give them some more lumbar pelvic stability. But you don't have to have a ball, or you could have a pillow or whatever. So flex your ankles, Joj. Good. And arms are overhead in line with your ears, parallel to the floor, or as far as you can go without letting your ribs pop. Inhale, bring your arms up to the ceiling and start to nod your head, and then exhale, continue to roll up all the way over until you're in vertical pelvis and your abs are scooped over, so you're leaning over like you're doing a hamstring stretch. Good. And then inhale, start to roll it back, melt that lumbar down to the mat, and then when you get through imprint, exhale to finish that roll down, arms overhead. Good. Inhale, arms up and head nod, and start to scoop it. You want to imagine like your lower body is like stuck in cement. And if you're pulling your towel away from each other, like you're trying to unsheath a sword or something, it will give you a little bit more stability there in your upper back. And inhale, arms up, head nod. The other thing you can do, if this is really, really hard for you, which it's hard for a lot of people because they have flat backs, not because they don't have the abdominal strength, is to loop a TheraBand around your feet and let the TheraBand help to bring you up a little bit. The other thing too is we like to get jammed down into our lats as ballet dancers, so it might hurt your soul a little bit, but if you roll all the way down, let's do one more here. So arms overhead, you're going to bring the arms up to the ceiling and start the head nod. And I want you to elevate the shoulders so that you can get out of the lats and down into the abdominals. I'll help you. So it's not going to look as pretty, but they're antagonistic muscles. So we want to get those lats a little bit longer so your abs can work a little bit more. All right, just drop your towels and you can kick your balls aside. One or both of your legs can be bent or straight on this one. You're going to be laying down. You're in one leg circle. So Dave will pay your right leg up towards the ceiling. let's, cross the center line, go down towards your feet, and then circle it around and up. And again, inhale, prepare, and inhale to start the circle and exhale to finish the circle. So 5 circles each direction, and you're really making sure that you're not letting your right hip hike up. You're also trying to make sure that you're not turning out your right leg at all. Try to keep it nice and parallel. Usually it's good to start the circles a dinner plate size circle in the ceiling and then move to a bigger circle once you feel like you really have the lumbopelvic stability. So 5 times each direction. These ladies are doing so good at keeping their breath going while I'm just chatting. And when you're done with your 5th circle, this one, just envelope back down to the mat and Dave will pay the other leg up. Good, keep it going. Are we cramping? Are you okay?
Stretch.
Oh, stretchy stretch. Inhale, cross it over. Exhale, bring it back up. So when you do that exhale, you're really blowing out your air and connecting to your transversus abdominis to make sure that you can come all the way back in with control from the core. Once you finish your 5 circles in this direction, you'll keep your breath going and you'll circle the other direction. They've got good transverse abdominis working.
JoJo makes me want better feet. Look at those hooks
Me
over there.
too.
Hot dang.
You both make me want good feet. All right, sitting all the way up. I'm gonna have Ashley use her circle. I'm gonna have JoJo use her towel. Oh, I just didn't bring my circle in, sorry. You just sit crisscross applesauce. We're doing spine twist. So Ashley's gonna put the pad against her rib cage so that we can really take the arms out of it. JoJo's just gonna have her arms in front of her like she's sleepwalking. Good, and inhale, prepare, and exhale, they're going to twist towards me from the mid-back, and then they'll come off it a little bit and twist a little further. Exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, and inhale, come all the way back to center. Good, do the left side. So while they're doing that, just make sure that your rib cage isn't jutting forward to make the twist happen. Also make sure that you're not really bouncing it. It shouldn't feel ballistic, but it should feel like you're just coming off it a little bit and then pushing it a little bit further. So we'll do 3 times in each direction. And if you don't have either of these props, it's fine. You can just keep your arms in front of you, open your right arm to the side as you twist to the right, etc. So keep it going. Good. Keep those arms parallel to the floor, JoJo. Good job.
This towel's too long.
It is a little long for you. You can always bring your arms in. That's fine. Good. Okay, scoot to the end of your mat. We're going to do rolling like a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! If you would like, and you have one of these balls, you can put this between your calves and your hamstrings. Or you can just do, or you can put it on your chest, however you like it. Some people just need that closure, and I'm one of those people. That's fine, Joj. All right, grabbing on. And then just sit slightly behind your sits bone so that your toes can come up off of the floor to balance a little bit. And you're rounding your back so you're rolling up into a teeny tiny little ball. Blow out all your air to prepare, and then inhale. You're going to roll back just between your shoulder blades and roll back to balance on your sits bones or just behind your sits bones. Good. We'll do it 10 times. So just keep going at your own pace, but do try to bring a little balance at the end of it. Yeah, and I like to keep the ball between the hammies and the calves because then it shows you if you're opening your knees to try to get back, which is what I do. She's like, uh-oh, my ball dropped. And when they're done with their last one, they'll just take their balance and just put their feet down. Way to go. All right, lay all the way back. We're going into the big 5.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll walk you through it. So lay all the way down just like Ashley. Exhale, imprint the spine. Bring both legs up to the tabletop. Good, and then inhale, head nod, and bring the chest up off. You're reaching your hands on the side of your shins. So you're going to bring your hands all the way up. Take your left leg out to the diagonal, and you're going to tug the leg towards you 2 times. 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. Inhale as it passes. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale. I have no idea what set we're on. So Ashley, tell me when we're to 10 and we're even. One more set. How about that? 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Bring it back to tabletop or flop to the ground. Hands. I'm gonna give these ladies a break. We were gonna go right into it, and you can if you like. Good. And then just bring yourself up into that head nod. Good. Left leg out and rotate towards opposite knee and opposite elbow. And switch through the center. Exhale out. Inhale through center. Exhale out. Inhale through center. Keep it going, Joe. You can do it. The other thing you can do, if this is too much, just put your feet on the floor, Joe. Well, Ashley's rocking it out, and you just keep the left elbow on the ground and sit up with just the right side. And then bring it back down. And then sit up with just the left side. And just keep the hips still. So it's just the upper body, and you're getting those obliques in there. And you can do that with the leg and tabletop, too. Way to go, Ashley. I'm impressed. Woo!
Me too.
Good. Grab your towels. We're going to add a little bit of obliques here again for the double leg stretch. Something I saw on Instagram yesterday. I'm so excited.
Can I be wearing?
No, you'll be just fine.
Okay.
You'll be just fine. All right. So bring your arms up to the ceiling. Imprint the spine and bring both legs up to tabletop. Good. And then inhale, head nod, and lift the chest up off. Good. Arms and legs straighten out in opposite directions. You're lowering the legs as far as you can without letting your rectus pop. And then bring it back to center. Good. And inhale, come open. And exhale back in. And inhale, open. Good. 2 more just like that. And open. Back in. And the last one, bring it back in. Now go out, both legs open, arms and legs open. Now bring your right arm on the outside of your left knee. So you're getting obliques as your knees come in. So bring it into tabletop. And back to center to come open and other side. Good. So we're getting a little bit more oblique here. And again, if you have a TheraBand, you can do that. Or you can keep your feet on the floor and just do the arm part. Or keep your legs to tabletop. You don't have to lengthen it out. Get yourself to even, Ashley, and then come back tabletop and come back down.
That burns.
Woo! That's good. All right. I'm going to have them grab their ball. And we're going to do some scissors with a ball.
Oh, darn.
Just increasing the neuromuscular challenge. So ball in the right hand. Bring both legs up towards the ceiling. And head nod. Come up. And scissor your legs. So one leg is coming towards your face. Good. And then you're going to pass the ball underneath and switch. Keep going. Switch and switch. Keep your breath going. And switch. Switch and switch. And switch and switch. Ashley's going to town.
This is 10.
Okay, bring it back together and put your head down on the floor.
I keep in count, I'll tell you what.
Good. So put your ball back down, Joj. There you go. Inhale, prepare.
Do you need it still?
Nope, I think we're good with the ball. You can just let it roll. There you go. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, just pick your neutral pelvis up into a bridge, a shoulder bridge, between your shoulder blades and the bottoms of your feet. So pick it up. Good. And then inhale, stay. And exhale, put it back down, just heavy on the tailbone. So we're not articulating through the spine, we're just picking it up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, pick it up into shoulder bridge. And up and down. Good. And inhale, stay. Push it up. Good. Now I want you to drop off it a little bit and pulse up 3 times. Exhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Try not to get into hyperextension of the ribs. Inhale, stay. And then exhale, place it back down. Good. Inhale, exhale, pick it up. Inhale, drop off it a little bit, and exhale, pulse 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stay, and back down. And 2 more just like that. Keep going. Pick it up. JoJo is loving this.
Yep.
Pulse, pulse, pulse. Inhale, stay, and exhale down. Last one. Keep that breath going. Alright, roll over onto your tummy. Make sure you can reach your arms overhead. And we're going to go into breaststroke prep. So hands by your shoulders to begin with. Good. And then you're just going to do your head nod and lift your chest up just so it's hovering off of the mat. and then open the arms overhead. Sorry, raise the arms overhead in line with your ears, parallel to the floor. Then inhale, bring the arms around the outside to touch your sides of your legs to come up a little higher. And then bend the elbows to come back through like you're diving into the pool. Exhale down. Through the middle there. And exhale, bring it all the way up. Sorry, I keep saying exhale. Exhale to dive in, and inhale to come up is what it really is. So you would blow out all your air to dive into the pool, and you would breathe as your head surfaced out of the water. Good. Do 3 more. And again, here you can see that Ashley's really not going higher than her lower ribs are staying connected to the floor. Good. And then come back into your starting position and sit back and do a little shell stretch. Stretch your back out a little bit. All right. You're going to sit up next with the legs out in front of you. We're going into saw. The legs are a little bit wider than hips width, ankles dorsiflexed, arms are out to your side. You're in a nice vertical pelvis with your ribs still back underneath your sternum.
I don't know.
That's okay, I'll talk you through it, and you just watch, Ashley. So inhale, twist towards me, and you're gonna rotate your back arm down as you reach past your baby toe, and then keep that back arm immediately rotated as you stay rotated to sit up, and then come back to center and unrotate your back arm. Good, twist the other direction. Rotate the back shoulder in as you reach past your baby toe. Good, and then keep it rotated as you get taller, and bring it back to center. Perfect. And again, inhale, and exhale, and make a face, and back to center, or just JoJo can make a face. Scoop out your belly, up, and back to center. You can also do this cross-legged too, if you like. And we're going to do one more to finish this set up. And back to center. All right. So bend your legs, hands behind your head. We're going right into neck pull prep, but don't really pull on your neck. So start with your chest going all the way down between your legs, and then roll it back just as far as you can keep the whole bottoms of your feet on the floor. Good. And then round your spine even more to sit back up so you're looking back down between your legs again, and then sit up from tail to head. And I did that wrong going into this first one. So this first one, you start with a vertical pelvis and just roll it down. Thanks for going with me though on that. Exhale, slide your ribs closer to your hips and look down between your legs, and then sit up from tail to head. Good. And exhale, curl it down. Keep it going. Just keep your breath going. If any of these breath cueings doesn't work for you, just breathe. Just keep breathing. Good. 2 more. You could also do this with your legs straight if you like. And we have one more. Is that true? Okay, one more. Curl it down. Are you feeling your abs, ladies?
Heck yes.
Yes. Good. Then they're going to sit up just like that, arms in front of them like they're sleepwalking. They're going to imagine they're on a raft in the river, and they're going to just reach the right arm and splash the water to reach back behind them as they roll back, and come back to center, both arms up. Good. And left arm goes back and out. You make it look so pretty, both of you. Good job.
I don't.
You do. Where did you throw your ball?
Right down there.
So if you're feeling like you want a little bit more abdominal pressure there, and you can get some more activity there, you can put the ball between your knees and just squeeze it back. She doesn't like that. Good. And roll back. And are we even?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're laying on our side for side kicks.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Come on. It's gonna be great. Do I need my ball?
No, you don't need your ball anymore.
Ha.
Ha. So lay on your side, and your legs are going to be forward like Ashley's got them in a pike. But from tail to head, you're in a straight line. So bring your legs forward, Joj. Good. Ooh. Let's sit your hips back. There you go. There you go.
Tap this way.
Lift your top leg so it's hip height. and you're going to flex it as it kicks forward. You're gonna go forward, come off it a little bit, go forward, and then point it as it comes all the way back. Good. And then keep this hip stacked as you go forward. Inhale forward, and 2, and back, point, and forward, and 2, and back, and forward, and 2, and back. Now bring the leg so that it's parallel to the other leg, but just hold for a second. Now I want both hands behind your head. And again, kick, don't fall over. 1, 2. Now when you take it back, lift the bottom rib up off of the mat and balance on the elbow a little bit. So push that elbow down and come back up. So you're making a little mouse house under your armpit. And lift. It's because you lost your pike. One more, Ashley.
5 more.
5 more for you. It's okay, you can skip.
Okay.
Bring it back to center, legs down. And then lift both legs up and bring them so that you're in one straight line. One straight line. This one's going to be really hard to not turn out either leg, so just keep an eye on that. There you go, and put it down on the mat. There you go. So from your side butt, as Jenny always calls it, yep, you're going to lift the top leg as you point, and then flex as you bring it back down. And point it up, and flex it down. So you're drawing a line with your toe and erasing it with your heel. And inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down. Last one, inhale, and exhale, then point it and lift it up just parallel to the floor and hips height. You're gonna bend and stretch, so bring it up as you flex it, and point it to bring it back down. And bend, and down. Now making really sure that their top hip doesn't roll towards their top rib as they come back in. And 2 more, bend, and stretch, and bend, and stretch. Now they're gonna circle it down and back to come up and over. 10 circles, down, up, and over. 1, 2, keep your breath going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they pause at the end of the 10th and they go in the other direction.
Oh,
1,
blasted.
2, 3, circles of death. 4, so turn in your bottom leg. 6, 7, 8, you can do it, I believe in you. 9, 10, and put that top leg down on your bottom leg, and JoJo's gonna take a nap while Ashley continues. She lifts the top leg, the bottom leg comes up to the top leg, and then everything comes back down. So it's an inhale to lift the top leg, and an exhale to come together and bring it back down. Inhale up, exhale up and down. Inhale up, exhale up and down. Last one, inhale up and down. Good. Put the top hand on the top leg and just lift both legs together. So exhale, blow out your air and lift both legs together. And bring it back down. And again. Good. And then for the remainder, you can do this, or you can also just bring the chest up off the mat and reach those hands towards the toes for 3 more. Exhale down. You said nope, but you're doing it. You're doing great.
Nope.
Good. Switch sides. Are you burning on your right bum?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a burn, alright.
Okay, so we're piking to begin. Don't forget your pike, you're gonna flop over again. So lift the top leg up and inhale, flex it forward twice. 1 and 2. Exhale, push it back. And we'll do 5 like this. She's gonna grab her mat to keep it upright. 1, 2, and push back without letting yours go forward. Once you get to the 5th one, we'll put the hands behind the head and do the mouse house underneath the armpit. Good. So bring this bottom leg forward. If you're having the same problem as JoJo, you can bring the bottom leg forward, and you can even bend the bottom leg if that would be like that better. That's better, right? Good. There you go. She's gonna pull that mat right off the ground. And just make sure it stays parallel the whole time, so it doesn't get lower as you go to the back. Point it and flex it forward. 1, 2, And there you go. You got it, sis. All right, bringing both legs together in one straight line all the way from head to toes. And we lift the top leg, inhale, point, and exhale, flex. 5 times. Up, down, or you slam it down. Pilates has never been so funny, huh? Get the giggles.
Burning already, is that a bad sign?
No, it means you guys are awesome. Bend and stretch 5 times. So lift it up parallel to the floor, flex it as it comes in, and bring it back down.
So
And
wrong.
flex. No, you did. It was great. So I'm just going to show these guys that when we come in, make sure this space stays nice and long so that this hip doesn't go in towards the ribs. 5 times, and then we have our circles 10 times in each direction.
You can do it, JoJo.
You can do it. I believe in you. I'm going to be Hillary for a minute. I believe in you. This is the worst part, the 10 circles. You can do it.
I feel like I'm wobbling a lot.
10. You are a little bit. But you can also bend the bottom leg to give you more stability too.
Like that?
Uh-huh. You like that better? Or it can be longer or shorter, or whatever you feel like will give you more
I
stability.
still feel a little unstable, but it's better.
That's good. You can always use your hand too. Okay, pat it out, pat it out. And then we do our staggered leg lifts. So inhale, lift the top leg. Exhale, bottom leg to top and back down. Inhale up. So only go as high on that top leg as you feel like that bottom leg can do. There's lots of great things you can do with the Pilates circle on this, but we're just going to keep it simple. 5 times, and then both legs lift together. Twice without the upper body, and 3 times with the upper body.
No.
You're doing great. And then put your top hand on top of your other one. Can you reach that hand down your leg towards your toes as you come up? Nice. Last one.
Woo.
You did it. All right, stretch your piriformis out a little bit.
Woo.
Get
How
that
do I
burn
do
to stop
that?
a little bit. So force stretch, or like that.
Oh,
So good.
I'm gonna feel that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shayla.
Oh, I'm feeling it just watching. So you can use the ball for this. We'll do a spine stretch forward. And you don't have to have a ball. You can just leave your arms parallel to the floor. Balls between your legs, or your arms are parallel to the floor like you're sleepwalking. Good. Inhale, prepare, and exhale. Scoop out your belly and keep your pelvis vertical while your upper body goes over. So you're just really trying to scoop this space out and breathe into this space, and then sit back up from tail to head. It hurts? Or does it feel good? Inhale, stay. It feels good, but it hurts?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get a good hammy stretch there too, huh? That's okay. Okay. So this one's a little bit lighter, but we're really just trying to breathe into the space and trying to separate each rib a little bit more with the breath being sent back there. Is this your 5th one? Yeah, about. Sure.
I wasn't counting.
Sure. Sounds good. All right. Lay face down on your tummies.
Yes.
You're going to have hands under your forehead.
Oh.
We don't need balls anymore.
Oh, oh, no.
We almost had a swig
The
of
liquid
emergency.
gold.
Good thing we've got towels right here. Save the caffeine.
Oh.
That's my new hashtag. All right, legs are parallel but slightly wider than hips width. And then just right under your gluteal fold, you're going to exhale and lift your right leg up off the floor. And inhale, bring it back down. Good. And left leg up.
Oh,
And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Now on the right leg, lift it up and you're going to pulse it up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the last one on the right. One more on the
Is
left.
it normal for me to want to turn up my base leg?
It is.
Oh,
So try to keep it nice and parallel there.
It's hard.
It is hard. Good. All right. down right next to your shoulders, going into swan dive prep. So rolling that marble away and then start to push your arms straight to come all the way up until your ASIS are off the mat if you can help it. Legs can go a little further apart and you can laterally rotate. Make a little bit more space in there. Good. And then take it all the way back down. Good. And inhale, roll the head, roll the marble out to come all the way up. And exhale, stay. Inhale, start to lower it back down. You're going to take your sternum further away from your hips from when you started, trying to lengthen out that spine just a little bit more. Last one. Take that all the way up, trying to get the hip bones to come off the mat if you can. So you're using the front of the abdominal wall.
Can we move our hands up, or do they stay in the same place?
Usually they stay in the same place so that you don't dump into your low back. All right, push back into shell stretch. All right, 4-point kneeling. Tuck the toes up underneath you. Good. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift the knees off to hover off the floor. Lift the right leg up. Put it back down. Left leg up. Back down. Inhale, stay. Exhale, knees down. Good. Inhale, stay. Exhale, blow out all your air and lift the knees. Inhale, lift left leg this time. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, up and back down. And exhale, put it back down. Take your hands a little further away from your knees into a modified push-up position. So your hips are going to drop all the way down. Good. And then you're just going to lengthen out the backs of the legs to lift the knees off the floor into full plank. And then back down to modified plank. And exhale, blow out all your air before you lengthen. And inhale, come back in. Good. And 3 more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. All right. Good. Keep it in a modified plank, and we do push-ups. 3 inhales down. Only 2 times. Only 2 times, Ashley. You can do it. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, and exhale, come back up. Last one. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, come back up. You did it. She looks at me. No way. Flip over on your
These
back.
arms don't push up.
Can I have caffeine?
Can I have caffeine now? All right, our last exercise is seal. So you're gonna sit up, reach between your legs, and bring your heels together. So you're balancing just slightly behind your sits bones. And I usually go in between here, but you can do however you want. So you actually go like through the hole and underneath your knees. No, you're fine. There we go. Can you balance there, Joj? Okay, knees can go wider than that, so your heels can come together and the whole bottoms of your feet. There you go. So inhale, exhale, prepare. Inhale, roll it back. And you're gonna clap your legs together 3 times, and then roll forward and clap 1, 2, 3, and roll it back. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale. This is 4, right? Sure. Yeah. 4 more. Inhale back. If you're my kids, you make seal sounds when you slap your feet. Arr, arr, arr. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 more, right? Sure. Sure.
How about 1 more?
Okay. How about 1 more is right. And legs back down. Yay! You did it. Thank you.
Thank you.